everyone. If you're there, give us a thumbs up or something to let us know that you're there, so I know that I'm not talking to nothing. Today I wanted to just talk about brushes because there is so many different ones out there, and when I first became a makeup artist I was like, what are all these brushes for? Like, before now I've just used one of those little sponge things, and I might have used a bit of a chunkier brush, but what's the rest of them for? So I thought I'd just do a little video just telling you what all the different brushes are for, because actually it's a bit confusing, and some brushes that I use for one thing might not be what somebody else uses it for, and there's no right or wrong answer. It's just any brushes can be used for anything, but I'll tell you what I use them for. So first things first, I'll go with the easy ones. So something like this one, can you see there's a bit of a slanted brush? So I would use this for putting in my eyebrows. Hello Claire. Putting in my eyebrows there. I'd also use this for underneath the eye, especially on your lower lash line, going along there, just filling that bit in, or on the upper lash line if I want to try and do a bit of an eyeliner but with shadow, I'd use a pointy brush like this. That's a slanted brush. Then, there's this end here, which is more fluffy, so I call these fluffies. So various different ones. They're what I would use to blend with. So once I've put the eyeshadow on, I just use this to get rid of any harsh lines. So blend, 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 blend. That's what I'd use these ones for. Get them in all different shapes and sizes. Usually quite big and fluffy like this. Or if I was putting eyeshadow like all over my eye, so here when I use quite a big fluffy one, then it's easy to distribute. I see people use these to put highlighter on, like cheeks here. So anything that's a little bit bigger. So that's what I would use those fluffy brushes for. Then we have something like, I've dropped one. Something like this. This is a flat brush, like that. Now I use these to pack eyeshadow on. So if you've got a really bright colour that you want to put on, you really want it to show up, I would use one of these. And instead of flicking the eyeshadow everywhere, I pack it onto my eyelid. And it makes it really, really shimmery and really, really shiny. So that's what a flat brush is for. Something like that. Then I'm just trying to find the other brush that I had. I've got all mine here. Then we have lip brushes. Now you probably don't really use a lip brush unless you're like me. So that's a lip brush, a really, really thin one like this. And I would use that to put lipstick on. Obviously I'm doing it on other people and you can't use sticks on other people. But you probably wouldn't use this if you're just using lipstick yourself. But it is really good for getting a really good line around your lips. So if you've got a really bright colour like a red, then use a lip brush and it'll make that line just a little bit sharper. Then we go to something like this. Now this is actually a contour brush. It's my favourite brush at the minute. But I use it for foundation because it gives it such a nice sort of finish to the foundation. So something like this, something that's got a lot of bristles. These are quite close together. You can see it's not really spread out, not like something like this that's really spread out the bristles. They're really close, packed close together. That's what's going to give you your flawless look with your foundation brush. So I use this for foundation, but you could use it for contour. So if you had a brush like this, you could use a powder contour or a cream contour, and it's small enough just to get that that darker colour under your cheekbone or along your hairline or even down the side of your nose. So it's either a contour brush or a foundation brush. Then this is actually a contour brush as well. So this is the same. So this goes nicely just underneath your cheekbones. I was telling you all about this at the weekend, my £4 Wilko brush. But it's also fluffy enough to sort of fluff up, so you could use it as a bit of a blusher brush or even a bronzer brush. I tend to use one that's a bit chunkier for a bronzer brush, but a bit of everything. Then we have this one. So this is like an all over powder brush. And this goes literally everywhere. So I use this one for setting powder. This is a Real Techniques one. And it goes everywhere. Fluffs the powder all over really nice. I also have something similar to this that I put no product on whatsoever. So if I've got foundation on and I feel like it looks a bit dusty on my skin, a bit powdery, then I'd use this just to buff it into the skin, remove any sort of excess that's on there, and give it a really nice finish. So that's what I would use a big fluffy brush like this for. It's too big for doing things like blusher or anything like that. It literally is an all over brush. And then the last one, the best, this one. This is my highlighter brush. So what I would do with this one is I would just put highlighter on the end, and it just sits nicely on the cheekbones just to do the highlighter here, there. It's nice for on the nose because it's really, really thin, but fat at the same time in your T-zone if you want to brighten that bit up as well. So that is my highlighter brush. You can get smaller ones of these, like smaller fan brushes. And with the smaller fan brushes, you could do the same, or you can use it under the eye for concealer, powder, anything like that. But yeah, that is what a big fat brush like this is for. So I just thought I'd share that with you because it can be really confusing. If I've missed a brush and you're not really sure what to do with it, then just send us a quick picture of it and I can tell you what it's for and how you should be using it. But there's definitely no right or wrongs. So use your brushes for however you want. No one's going to tell you off for using an eyeshadow brush as a concealer brush. You just have to find something that works really well with your products. So I hope that's been helpful, and I hope that has made you realise what things are for. And I will see you soon. Oh, at the weekend, or hopefully on Friday, I'm hoping to do a tutorial. I'm hoping to do a bit of a Halloween tutorial. So if you are around at some point on Friday, then do listen out for my tutorial. I'm thinking I'm probably going to do some sort of a cat smoky eye. So, yeah, see you on Friday. Bye.